Do you ever look at a makeup release and just think, why would you think this is a good idea? Why would anyone need this? Why does anyone want this? What are we trying to do here? One of the comments actually that annoys me a lot when brands release new products is somebody going, no one asked for this. It's like, we didn't ask for fucking anything. No one, and we don't need to. Not everything in the makeup industry needs to fill a gap in the market. You know what I mean? Would it be great if there was something that filled a gap in the market? Yes, but it doesn't always have to. When I saw this, I was like, either this brand is trying to be relevant again. No offense, no offense. Like they were big at one point and maybe they're not so big now. Let me get rid of that box. It just felt a bit pointless. Today we are going to look at the MakeUp Eraser TouchUp Pen. Works with just water. Before we get into it, subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me over on Instagram at RobertWLSH. And yeah, so I'm in the middle of doing my makeup for the review, which is up already three weeks ago, probably now, of the Pokemon ColourPop collection. And I kind of like messed up quite a bit, blended it around so we could use this. The idea of this is, it is a double-sided touch-up pen that you use just with water, much like their original makeup eraser. If you don't remember the makeup eraser, it's this cloth that you basically wet and everyone's like, yeah, it removes your makeup completely. It does not. You cannot remove your makeup with just water and a cloth. Remove your makeup completely and properly. But they were big for a while. Everyone's like, oh my god, makeup eraser, it takes everything off and all you have to use is water. No more makeup remover, which is like, come on, why would you want to do that? So let's take a look at this. I did get this, I believe, from the UK website, and it's sold out currently now as we're filming this, but this is weeks in advance, so it might be back in stock by then. Oh no, I actually think I got this from the US website, but it did deliver to the UK. This was £14. And I do wonder, I mean, I looked on the website and I was like, I wonder if they sell like different tops for it, like replacement tops and stuff like that. But I actually think you just clean it with water. So it's described on their website as a makeup detailing tool. Sharpen lines, fix smudges, clean edges for eyes and lips. And it's reusable. Clean gently with mild soap or cleanser, wipe in fiber direction, don't soak or twist, press dry and air dry, avoid heat and sunlight. Let's crack it open. So if you've never had a makeup eraser before, like the actual makeup eraser cloth, I would almost describe it just as a duo fiber cloth for your face. I was expecting the tips of this to feel the same, but it kind of just feels like felt. You know, when you get like a lip gloss and it has that felt edge to it. Now, I have a few concerns with this. It's very lightweight. I do have a few concerns with this. If I am using something that's quite colorful, red on my lips perhaps, something dark around the eyes, does it stain quickly? When I clean it, is it still going to be stained and become quite gacky? You know what I mean? £14 or $14 maybe isn't that much if you need to replace this every, what, 6 months? Maybe it isn't such a huge deal. Okay, one thing I do like about this is the options in end, right? So you have this pointed end, almost pen-like, with these ridges here, and then you have this very flat edge here. So you can really go around the edges of a lip. You can wipe off eye makeup, right? Stuff like that. So I am, you know, I'm on its side a little bit, but I'm also not on its side. I feel like you don't need something like this. I'm going to show you on one side of my face what I usually do and how I would clean that up, and then we'll go with a makeup eraser. So starting on this side of my face, you can see I have, it looks like bruising. This green eyeshadow has fallen down here and left me with fallout. I also want to fix up this edge here and just wipe that off, which usually I would just use concealer, even with the darkest eyeshadow, like black eyeshadow. So let's fix up this first. What I do is I take like a cotton pad, and then whatever I used skincare-wise lasts on my skin. So in this, today, it's sunscreen. So I put a little bit of my sunscreen on my cotton pad, and I'm just going to do this, because sometimes we like prime, and then when it comes to cleaning up all the fallout, we're almost like removing the primer with like a wipe or something like that, right? And I have glitter absolutely everywhere. Ooh, this is why I don't use glitter. This eye makeup is terrible. The look is terrible, but we'll fix it. And then I'll just let that sink in and do whatever it wants to do. I'm going to use the Benefit Poreless, what is it? Professional Concealer they sent me recently. It's really nice. It's beautiful. I think I used it already in a video. If you haven't seen that already, it's one of my Keep Fix Dump videos. 5N we're using. So usually to fix up my eyeshadow, I'll put my concealer down. And by fix up, I mean just like cut it off. I'll put it down here, and I won't take it up to the eyeshadow just yet. I'll do that when I'm cutting it off. The reason I don't like to use a makeup remover, a micellar water, something like that when I'm trying to cut it off, is I find that the micellar water or the makeup remover and kind of creeps into the eye makeup, and you lose that defined shape. It kind of looks a bit funny on the edge, and it darkens on the edge as well where the powder has become wet. So this is why I prefer to just apply my concealer. And then I need a mirror. When it comes to my eye makeup, I'm almost going to lay down a bit of concealer, start to bring it up to where I want it, and then with the edge of my brush, I just literally slice, and I'm really pushing against my face and slicing it off. And that even works, like I said, with black. I could do a whole black eye look. I've done it before. It's the only way I do it. So if you've ever seen me do black eyeshadow on my channel, on any social media, or anything dark, that's how I do it. And if I want it to be a little bit higher up, because I kind of want to cut off where that black meets the green, I'll just go in with a little bit more concealer, again, underneath, not directly on. Build my concealer up a little bit, and then slice. And then gently buff that line down. And it doesn't take very long. I mean, once you get like used to it, it doesn't take very long at all. And then we can just tap that concealer in, make sure it's nice and blended. Easy peasy. And then all I have to do is clean my brushes afterwards. You know what I mean? I don't have to, I'm probably going to build that black up a bit more. I don't have to do anything else. I just have to clean my brushes. I don't need to blend my foundation up here because I have concealer. It's done. I can soften that up by re-blending. Okay, let me wet this. You meant to wet it, right? Yeah. So it sounds a bit strange, but when I went to go and wet it, the ends are almost like water resistant. So it's almost like the water just melted off. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to hold this to its edge here. Let's use this side to tidy up all the eyeshadow that's gone around. Do you see what I mean by the edge of the eyeshadow looks a different color to the rest? It's very, very minimal, but it's something my eye can't help but see. It looks a different color where there's kind of like water in the edges of it now, and I just think that sometimes that water, I know some people use micellar water to do that, I feel like it just creeps into the product, into the eyeshadow, and you get this kind of like fuzzy line. There's glitter everywhere still. Let's see if I can use the clean side to get rid of some of that glitter. Then again, you know, I'm using that water, I'm going over where I put sunscreen, still a load of glitter on the face. It's okay, it's not the worst. Let me go in with my concealer underneath. I get the idea, and I get that maybe people might not be doing like looks like this all the time, but I still kind of want to go in and get that really sharp edge like I have here. I mean, this is perfectly acceptable. That's a really nice edge to the eyeshadow, but I'm going for super sharp today. So I do still want to kind of like cut it off a bit by hand. I was definitely able to get rid of more glitter. I don't know if you can even see it on the screen, but there was so much glitter on my face here, and I was definitely able to get rid of more of that glitter with my method of wiping my skincare back over. This is how much product comes off. It's not bad. Let me go and rinse it. This is before I've rinsed it. Let me go and wash it, and you'll see after. And this is after. Everything does come off really well. I actually just use hand soap. So this would actually be pretty easy to clean if you were carrying it around. You say you're, you know, I don't know, in the office and it's nearly the end of the day, but you need to go out, you have a bit of mascara smudged under the eye. You could literally wet this in, you know, in the bathrooms and do a little touch up and then clean it with some hand soap. So that's not, it's not terrible. It's not bad. Wait, this is the side, right? It did what it said it does, which is great. Let me do some foundation. I'll finish up under the eyes, and then we'll try something on the lip. We'll try this on the lip area. Okay, moving on to lips. I have haphazardly applied my lip liner, so you can see how like little smudges here. Still got our... It's kind of like, I wonder how much I need to wet it, because it still is a little bit damp. Let's give it a little spray. Actually, you know what? Let's just go... Let's be a little bit crazy here. Oh no, I have an incident with my lip liner. Okay, I'm gonna use this side because it has that flat, literal like ridge. Yeah, it's not, I mean, this is quite a nude color to the skin tone, and it's kind of just smudged it a little bit on my lip. It's quite smudgy. If this was a red or something, this would be a disaster. See, again, let me just take, I'm gonna take a bit of my foundation and just like a small brush. This is actually an eyeliner brush. And let's fix up this side. See, that's how I would fix up a liner to have it sharper. This is just, like, I mean, removed it. If you can hold this steady enough and go along that lip liner edge to tidy it up, and you're relying on your own precision, you could do that with concealer. Let's use the other side. It's okay, but you know what it's doing? It's around the lip area. Again, imagine you're wearing a lipstick, or you're wearing something, you know, whatever. It's moving the product around. I don't feel like it's sharpening like we've done here. Let me fix that up again, because I would want my lip line sharp. I wouldn't want a diffused version. And again, it's not really a question of precision, because you have to be precise in terms of where you're cutting it off, you know what I mean? So you could absolutely do what I've just done there. You don't have to be a professional to do that, you know what I mean? Okay, I definitely think makeup eraser, as much as I don't like the idea of a makeup eraser cloth, they did make something that helped revolutionize the makeup remover a little bit more, and those kind of cloths do come in handy, like cleaning your hands, or maybe you need to quickly remove a stubborn lip and then go on with a remover, you know what I mean? This I don't think is useful initially, but I think is a great touch-up tool. It's a good way to not use cotton buds all the time. It's a good way to, you know, have some precision or maybe do little fixes. I don't necessarily think it is a must-have or a quick rush out and buy this. And even if you see it in store, buy it. I feel like if you have an issue with products crumbling under the eyes, for example, and you often find yourself not just going home after work, but going out after work, maybe you go to another job, you might need something like this. But I don't find it useful at all. Makeup Eraser do have some useful looking things on their website if you are you know, a fan of the original Makeup Eraser. However, I personally do find them quite tough on the skin. I find they don't remove makeup well, and they also have things on there as well, like a sunscreen eraser, which is a cloth that removes sunscreen. If you're wearing sunscreen, please double cleanse your makeup with something that dissolves the sunscreen and dissolves the makeup. Water is not enough to remove your sunscreen with that cloth. It's not enough. I think it might be really good as, you know, I quite like erasers like this or cloths like this when I like use something to melt my makeup, then I go on top and then remove it gently. I find it quite tough on the skin as well. I don't think this is a brand that can give us anything else impressive, to be honest. I know that might sound harsh, but I think they kind of missed their calling to do makeup remover products, as in skincare removing products, to pair with their cloths or to pair with something else that may defeat the purpose. But I think they really shot themselves in the foot when they were like, yeah, you don't need makeup remover, which you one absolutely do, but we're in this skincare movement at the moment and have been for a while, and water, everyone knows, is not enough to remove your makeup. Maybe on a surface level it looks removed, but your skin's not going to forgive you in a few months or weeks of using just a cloth. Alright, let me know your opinion on this down below. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.